Hello guys, and welcome to Bush Life. And well, I do something good for the intro, but it's starting to rain actually, and I don't want to get a cold, so I'm staying under cover. And the new side room here, roof, is working as I expected it, which is a good sign. Only one of the pegs came out over the past few days since it's been built. It's been a week actually now, but yeah, it's holding up good. Now it's starting to rain now, thank goodness, because the bush has been needing some rain for a while. It's only a light sprinkle at the moment, but I'm really hoping we get a bit heavier rain tonight, just to give that bit more water in the creek, because at the moment it's at an all-time low, and I can barely get water to water anything down here, and it's a real problem, because the pond plant is dying, the mint plant is pretty much gone, the pond's pretty much dried up, and Potty Plant Junior isn't looking too good either, even though it's in a water source. But I don't know what's happening there, and there's so much dust in the air, it's so annoying. Now, in this episode, I'm going to be completely adding a whole new way to get into the creek, down where I usually get the water. I'm going to be removing a bunch of the branches out of the way and clearing a new area to get into a wider and deeper part of the creek, in order for me to obtain water a lot more easier, even when the creek is lower, because sure, it may be raining now, but it's not going to fill up the creek for a good while, and who knows if I'll even get enough rain to lift the creek up at all. But if I can add a new part to access a wider area of the creek, it'll make things a lot easier, and I'll have access to water again. So that's what I'm going to be doing in today's episode, and hopefully all goes well and I can achieve that. But enough of me talking, let's get to it. Well, I say let's get to it, but in reality I'm probably not going to be doing this for like another week or something, because I'm busy this weekend, which is usually when I record, and it's raining at the moment, and I don't have the stuff down for me. I just thought I'd record the intro for this video because it's raining, and I just thought that was fitting for an episode about water, so that's why we're here. Why is the background so bright? I really don't know what's going on there, but okay. But yeah, anyway, so I've just given you the rundown of what I'm doing in today's episode. There's a weird green dot there. And yeah, nothing like a peaceful afternoon sprinkle. Okay, rain's starting to pick up. That's good. Gotta love the sound of the rain on the top of the tent. The smell of it as well, it's beautiful. You know what? Most of my videos are spent building or doing something down here. But a lot of the time I'm actually down here is spent just sitting right here, looking out at this view, and just listening to the background noises, and this rain it's really peaceful. It's just so calm, and just sit down here, relax, just away from everything for a bit. It's good. You know what this smell reminds me of? The good old original episodes of Bush Life. It's just, as the year goes by, the smells, the sounds, they change. And I started around this time, in about 2 months' time of last year. So things have almost come full circle since I started the series, and it's just such a familiar sound to hear the rain and the smell of it and the sounds of spring coming in again. So it's been a while since rain has happened. It's been a long while. It's been a long year, a long journey, but things are finally coming full circle. Feels good to have such familiar sounds and smells back again, you know? Feels real good. Another successful year. hopefully. This here is the area I have to work with, but things have changed since I built this. A whole year has pretty much gone by, and with things changing in the bush and drought, I need new methods. I need to adapt to this new environment, and I reckon clearing out all of this would be my best bet. I just need to figure out exactly what I plan to do with the place. If only things stayed the same. But now I need new ways, better ways to adapt to this new environment with drought on the way. And it starts with clearing this. If I can get a good access to the creek water, it pretty much just guarantees the plants, I can keep watering them and they will be fine. So, let's get to that. Alright, before we go ahead and build down there in a week's time, it's been a while since we took our furry companion down and showed him what's been getting built down here. Last time he came here, I'd only just set up the new tent, and none of this was here, and none of that. It's a completely different place around here, but it's good to take him back down and let him have a sniff around and see what's changed, you know. It's actually the first time I've come down here today, so I'm also just checking over the plants. While he's having a sniff around, I'm gonna check on our mint plant, which is, he's kind of hanging in there. He's hanging in there. And another thing, and I'm in my pajamas for some reason, but another thing is, the autumn tree right there, you see that green? It's growing a new shoot. It's growing. Why, hello there. The pond plant was not doing too well, but I've managed to scrounge up enough water to get it through hopefully the next week. And Loki here is he's busy. It's very, very windy today. I don't know if you can hear it, but it has been extremely windy, so I don't really want to stay down too long, just in case any branches do fall down. And I think Loki's just going to chill and eat some grass for a bit by the looks of things. Big gust of wind coming through. I've got to watch him. He gets a little bit nutty when the wind comes through. It drives him crazy. He runs around like a lunatic. Jeez! There's a lot of wind coming through. Almighty lot. He seems to be more interested in the grass than anything else. Yay, my flag's doing stuff. It's just one of those days where it's abnormally windy. What are you looking for, buddy? What are you looking for? Ooh, that's a spider, buddy. You might want to avoid that. Oh, got it caught on his tail, but he's fine. The spider stayed on its web. He's going to have a bit of web in his tail here. Somewhere. Are you going to go check out the new guest room, are you? Yes, be my guest. That wasn't funny. Right, well, I think he's had a good time down here. He's just been wandering around mostly. I reckon what I'm going to do is I am going to take him back up now before he does any shenanigans. So, you've met Loki again. He's trying to eat the lemongrass. So I'll take him back up now. And should probably actually get to something productive in this episode. It's been a bit laid back so far, a bit chill, but it's time to get on to productive things. That tree sounds like it's going to snap. Yeah, I think that's my cue to go. As I say that, a branch just fell there. So, yeah, Loki, definitely think it's time to go, because that branch there, where the tiny hut thing is, don't look too good. Yeesh. He's trying to, he's a bit snackish. Oi! Stay away from Loki. Where'd he go? He doesn't want to be eaten, thank you very much. The chosen one. With the red collar.
Oh no, I am under attack.
Alright, so here we are a week later, and some things have changed in the week I've been gone, and today I will be getting onto the water system. I say today, this is all in the same episode. I just spent a bit of time relaxing at the beginning of it. And got some ginger beer here to crack. I wish I could take a sip of it, but the right side of my mouth has got a massive infection at the moment, and I've just had a bunch of stuff put in it to numb the pain, so I can't really take a sip. I will soon though. And I've got the camping stick with me again. I'm pretty sure this thing hasn't been seen since like episode 10 or something, so it may look a bit different, but I explained the changes I made to it in my camping channel, Creeks and Camping, if you want to check that out for more outdoorsy stuff from me. Anyways, as I said, we're going to be getting into building the water expansion thingy today. I don't have a proper name for it, but whatever. And some things have happened regarding the plants and a few other things around here. Now, it turns out we're heading into very severe drought. The grass, as is just turning, everything's just turning into dust. Bushfires pose a major risk. So I'm going to have to plan an escape route just in case anything were to happen. Because there is quite a possibility that a bushfire could break out down here, which wouldn't be good, mind you. And yeah, so you've got to plan those kind of things as well. Things are getting a lot serious. Things could be going better, but it is what it is. So hopefully what I do today makes things just a bit easier down here to try survive and keep going. So let's go through what's happened and then we'll get straight to that.
Alright, here is Potty Plant Junior. All its leaves are lost, but like the other plants, I reckon it'll just grow back, so I guess that's not the worst thing. But Extra Minty, growing good. And something here has knocked our entire plant down, so I'm going to quickly fix that up. But on the bit of a brighter side, the pond plant looks like it's doing a little bit better. But the pond looks empty. Damage to the actual plant wasn't too bad. However, up here was where a bit more of a problem lied, because trying to fix this caused all this to fall down, and all of this is just posing a massive risk to my plant's health, and things are just... they could be going better, to say the least. I really don't know what caused this all to fall down. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, things are not looking good, not looking up. I've got to get some water in that before I stick it back up. The regrowth plant isn't looking good either. No, that's the ruin plant, never mind. Regrowth plant's there. I filled this up a week ago and it's already nearly gone. Before that it took probably about 2 months to get to that state, and just a week, nearly empty. Now, as you can see by this massive burnt log here, bushfires have come through this area before, so it could happen again. And with severe drought on the way, who knows what's going to happen. Things are looking a bit dreary at the moment, not too good.
Now, things are getting pretty dire down here, and I reckon by summer, maybe even spring with the rate the temperature's been rising, there will be no mercy once the summer comes. There's going to be so much heat, the water is going to be insanely difficult to get. So I've got to do what I can now to prepare for that. Because as I said, once the time summer rolls around, there will be no mercy for me down here. If I wish to keep my plants alive and stop them from turning into dead sticks, and just this place in general, yeah, work needs to be done. Starting with clearing out this area here, which is a mixture of living and dead plants, none of which I want.
Score!
I can't stress to you enough how difficult it is to get an angle for the tripod down here. There's like no room to work with. Ah. This is a harder job than it looked. Come on! Yes. Ugh. Got it. Got that bastard. Ah. Making progress. Slowly. Yes. Whew. Just need to get this one here out. Bastard's stuck. Nah, we ain't getting that out, it's too big. I'm trying to think about what I can do, but the branch is too big. I'm not seeing a way I can get it out. Maybe I can snap it. How deep's the water? Oh, I've cut my big toe open, great. Okay, the water's very deep then, we ain't going in there. Not a chance. No! Nearly just joined the creek there. The rope maybe? Yes! I did it! It's done. Hello. We're done. Whew.
This turned out to be a much harder job than I thought, but this area is now clear to gain access to the creek now. I'm gonna patch my top with a band-aid and get back to it. Oh, sweet, sweet ginger beer.
It's been torn. Oh well, I've been thinking about getting a new one for a while anyways. The blue just doesn't quite suit the bush, and my other camo one, you can't hear the audio through it. And it smells a lot like plants at the moment. But yeah, obviously I may have access here, but I can bet you a million if I try to get water from this I'm gonna fall in. And also, taking a look, this needs to go as well. Come on! There we go. Alright, now we have clear access. It's got creek water in my eye, that can't be good. Hope there's no parasites in that, which is why I don't want to touch the water. Now, get down. Come on. Alright. Now to start making some infrastructure. Oh, that's deep. Real deep. I don't know if this is going to work, I haven't really tested it. Yeah, it's just floating back up. Right. Well, clearly that's not going to help us. So I'm trying to think about what we can do. I hadn't thought ahead this far about what happens next. Yeah, so yeah, I was kind of expecting this not to work, but I don't really have much of a solution otherwise, so we're going to have to try and figure that out now. I'm thinking about what I can try to do. Alright. Yeah, the mud's too thick here for some reason. It ain't even gonna reach to the other side. Whoop, I fell in myself. Alright, I'm gonna try to figure this one out. What I'm doing is I'm nailing it to the tree here. That should do it. Check that log. Right, so our log here is basically pretty good buried into the month now that I can lean my full body weight on it and it's fine, which should allow me to be able to access down here, and it should hopefully stay put unless a flood comes through, which is not too good. And the other end isn't the most stable, but it is what it is, I guess. I can't really do much with what I've got about this, so hopefully over time this just clears out a bit more and makes it easier on my own just to get down to get the water. But this should make things a lot easier. Trust me, a lot easier. And now that the pathway is cleared up back there, it makes it easier to get up the hill as well, which is always good. So thank goodness for that. Time to test it and see if it actually works. It's going to suck if it doesn't. It works. Yes. This is going to make things a lot easier. I hope. Although I'm not quite liking how the other end is just floating. I don't know how to think about that. If a flood comes through, it's gone. I'll mess around. I'll have a look around off camera and see if I change anything. I'll update you guys.
Right, so I've put another little flood kind of meter thing here, and it's kind of locked in with this branch which I got from clearing out the side room. And yeah, that's just a new little flood meter to kind of keep track of the deeper waters, because this one only really covers the shallow waters. And yeah, if the water's not going to come back up, I probably won't use that area anymore. This area here, all I do is come down here, scoop up the water, and then back on up. Simple as that. I do quite like it, if I don't say so myself. It's definitely going to make things a lot easier having this all cleared out. My only problem is that floating away, but it'll probably get trapped down there where one of my other flood water meter level things are, on that little area I call the beach, which is where you come down through the gate. Whew. I didn't expect that to be as difficult as it was. This is a school afternoon. I was expecting to relax before I do a math assignment that's due tomorrow at 9. Hooray. Good fun. I guess you could say I'm kind of putting it off, but whatever. Do the more difficult thing instead. Anyways, I got things done at least, so enough of me rambling. Let's pack up. I decided it was best to move this plant in here because it's just going to keep falling down over there, and in the long run it's just easier to keep it here for its survival. Hopefully nothing eats it. I've tied this plant up a bit more easier. It's a lot more tightened in there now. But yeah, hopefully everything works out. Next episode I'm not too sure what I'm doing, but I do have a lot of ideas of what I can do, so don't worry about that. Now, when I first started this series, I didn't exactly think I'd get this far in what I did down here, but there was one thing I did know I wanted. I wanted to have a nice glamorous garden, which is, you know, what I've tried to do, but with severe drought and the way it looks like, that's not going to be a possibility anymore, unfortunately. And I'm just going to have to focus on trying to get what I do have to survive. Because if I put too much down here, things just aren't going to work out. So unfortunately, that's where I'm at the moment. There's probably 2 more plants I'm going to add, but after that,
nothing more. So hopefully they work out. If you've seen the 2 tyres behind the tent, that's where I want to put an extra 2 gardens. I think it should just make the back look a little bit better. And as for the pond here, I'm probably not going to bother filling it up anymore because the water's just going to drain, and I need the water for other stuff, more worthwhile stuff, because who knows what's going to happen with the creek. Who knows what's going to happen. The weather's just extremely unpredictable because we're going into severe drought, which means little rain, and when it does rain, lots of rain, so we're talking floods. Now the tent should be relatively fine, it should stay because it's all held up, but other stuff could get swept away, like in this garden. It's just things could be better, you know, but it is what it is, I suppose, and hopefully we don't get a bushfire. That would be devastating, and I'd lose everything I've tried to achieve down here. But yeah, I've rambled on enough. It's getting dark. I probably should do that math assignment because it's due tomorrow. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed.